Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
It's a very personal, very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
Yeah. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown the sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy, I'm illy. I've been on the come up, counting money till my thumbs hurt. No Birdman, bitch, but I'm a stunner. Just watch how you run up. I keep a couple gunners, I've been grinding all winter just to flex all over summer shit. Wrist cold when I fall through, rose gold to my arm, boo. In and out of my city, but come whenever I call you. Who gon' love me more than when I'm stacking out on tour? Them hoes that made it past security, they knocking on my door. You gon' be there when they gone. Show my love by getting more. Hustle so you ain't alone. You won't leave me, that's for sure. I'm talking Benjis, Franklin's, all these hundos on my floor. I just broke a couple bands, believe me, I've been going hard. I'm tipping bottle after bottle, swerving model after model. Who won't cash? That's the motto. Spend it like I hit the lotto. Yeah, I'm loving my life. I know that I ain't shit without you. Actions speak louder than words. They broke cause they just talk about you, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown the sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put them ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy, I'm illy. Money bag after money bag, I'm the man now. Play the cards that I was dealt and I ain't need no handouts. Fresh on every set, get respect, mama out of debt. Got a new connect, we the best, homie run the check. Wifey got a new bag, new house, you mad? We just doing us, feeling wavy, fuck a do-rag. This that no stress flow, bobbing on my ex. She don't love cash, kiss my ass, baby XO. Thank you for that line, Mr. West, but I'm next though. Hey, you me the set, bitch, I'm blessed, sipping next. So for the love of money, I stay fucking hungry. I parted ways with the kitchen, that just wasn't for me. Every show they love me, now I'm showing love back. They ain't taking nothing from me, so I throw a couple stacks. You win them in your town, have some fun, blow a bag. Fuck with me when I'm around, trust me, shorty, I'll be back. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown the sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put them ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy, I'm illy.
Yay. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing, man? What's crack-a-lacking? Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. I'm trying to do these damn earbuds tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Marcus Alphabet, where we're taking about a 2-hour-long journey to discuss our favorite sport in the whole wide world, which is football. But first things first, I'd like to introduce my lovely co-host. I call her Miss Brooks Willis because she's diehard. Mona, what's good?
I am good. I am good. I am good. I am in my PJs already, so I will not be on camera tonight.
After this, you're gonna take you a nap, huh?
Yeah.
And not what do you say, an 8-9 hour nap. Do me a favor, everybody out there. Go ahead, Mom.
I slept all night last night. And
Yeah.
most of the day today till about 6 o'clock, and I finally said, I gotta get up and work on the slideshow.
Yeah, I mean, it's days like that sometimes where all you want to do is just relax, you know, and just You know, I have those days like that. I'm like, I'm not leaving the house. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to sit up in the house and order me some food, and that's it. You know, so I totally get it. That's what I like to do. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing, man. But do me a favor, everybody.
I didn't order no food. I didn't make no food. I opened a can of potted meat and I opened a pack of crackers, and that was supper today. And I've had some grapes tonight.
That was it, huh?
Yep.
It's Mama said there'd be days like this where you just relax and enjoy yourself. So I totally get it.
I was for the last 2 days, so
yeah, it's days like that. You gotta have those days like that. Do me a favor, everybody out there, like and share the show. We're up here on YouTube. Share it with everybody. Get them up in here. I know sometimes it's a little tough because it's Friday night and people are out on dates and the bars and high school football games. So I get it. High school footballs. We have people out there like that. So we still do what we do here. People can catch it later on and all of that stuff. But if y'all would do that for me, I appreciate it if y'all share that. Okay. So let's get this party started. We got week one's in the books. We had some very exciting games. We got some very exciting games coming up this week. We got some really. What's that?
Are you on your laptop?
I am.
Because you're like kind of freezing. But it may just be me. We know my computer's not doing great. But if anybody that Marcus is like freezing, his freeze frame, let me know.
Do I look? So
like you're not moving but you're talking. And so I know that, it's either you or me one.
Yeah, well, I'm doing these headphones. Hopefully, it's digging into my rant. It's not. If I have to turn them off, I'll turn them off. But
it ain't got nothing to do with your picture is freezing a little bit.
It's freezing, or I'm just. So week one's in the books. We got a great week. We had. And because it's week one, it's week one. We got 16 undefeated teams. We had 30. We had all of the everybody played each other. So we got 16 undefeated teams. We got 32. We got 16 undefeated and 16 with one loss. And that's the way it always works out. So, but. Not a lot of surprise for me. We started off with the.
You want to do just run through a recap real fast, or?
Yeah, we can run through it real quick. First game. I thought we did this last week though, right? Because it was Friday night. We did.
Yeah, but
this game was on Thursday.
I wanted to do a recap of the whole week one, and this was week one. This was the first game of week one.
Okay.
So I just just a recap.
Okay. Well, look, Cowboys, Eagles.
Kind of stuff.
Go ahead.
I'm removing the logo. So
Cowboys. Okay. Cowboys, Eagles. Look, I thought it was a very competitive game. Now, Jalen Carter was ejected from this game before. We talked about that on Coffee Talk. He is not being suspended. They said that the game, because he didn't play one snap in that game, I would have been okay with him getting a suspension. But they counted his ejection as a suspension. So
we used on another person, that is assault. He should have been suspended for 2 to 3 games, in my opinion.
Oh, and I wouldn't have had a problem with that. $52,277. That's the money that he was given, and he will be able to play against Kansas City. We'll make our KC Philly prediction here in a bit. But it was a very competitive game. and I thought Dallas kind of missed Micah Parsons. They missed Micah Parsons, but I thought they played very well. I thought they could have spied Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts killed him a little bit on the ground with his feet. Over in Brazil, AFC West battle, Justin Herbert looked great. He looked great. You're starting to see second year in the Jim Harbaugh system where they're building that team up over there. You got a guy who hasn't really quite lived up to expectation. I think he's extremely talented, but I don't think he's reached his full potential yet. He made a couple of nice runs, great throws. Quentin Johnson actually showed up. Quentin Johnson, who can't normally catch, he played very well. The nice little 1-2 punch they got with Omarion Hampton and Najee Harris, and the defense held their own. And KC, they lost Xavier Worthy. It's looking like for multiple weeks. We called it, Mona, as soon as we saw it when he ran into Travis Kelce.
You separated. I actually didn't. I didn't get to see I saw the game, but I didn't. I missed that part of the game. So.
Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was either broken collarbone or separated shoulder. As just the way he was hanging his arm down, because I've separated my shoulder before. So, look, I said this before. I said this before the season. This will be the most difficult path that the Kansas City Chiefs will have to traverse since Patrick Mahomes has been there. They've been dominating that division. All of the teams have gotten better in that division. The Chargers, Broncos, and even the Raiders, they've gotten a really good. And now Kansas City, they're going to be without probably their top two receivers. You're going to be Rashee Rice, he's suspended. Xavier Worthy, he's injured. We don't know when he's coming back. He's going to avoid surgery, but he's your most explosive weapon. So we'll see how it goes. Kansas City's got another big one, and that's what happens when you're the champs, and you've had the type of success that you've had. So we'll see how it goes.
Right. Okay. And so here's the Sunday games.
All the Sunday games. Look, Baker Mayfield, look, I used to be one of his most vocal critics. He's picked it up. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league.
You were nowhere near the critic I was against him.
No, yeah. And it was justified. And look, when you mess up, we're going to criticize you. When you do well, we're going to praise you. And he's playing very well right now. There was a typical AFC North fight. Do not sleep on the Brownies. Don't sleep on them. Do not sleep on them. Mona, you know this. Even when the Browns, even when the Steelers and Ravens are, at the top of that division generally, and since the Joe Burrow's been there, the Bengals have been pretty good for the most part, at least offensively. The Browns are still good. Yeah, the Browns are still going to fight you. They're going to fight you in that division. So, look, Miami Dolphins. Mona, we talked about this. I think Mike McDaniels. I think he's going to be the first coach to get fired. They look terrible, and you make Daniel Jones look great. Tua turning over the ball. Can't get the ball to Tyreek. Can't get the ball to Waddle. I mean, it was just a mess over there. And look, I just think, for me, I think Mike McDaniels he may be better suited as just an offensive coordinator. I don't view him as like this head coaching guy. He's kind of a whiz kid. He kind of a dork, to be he's kind of a dork. And I just look, you got rid of Brian Flores for this guy, wanting some offensive firepower. And to me, I just think he's in over his head.
Daniel Jones looked like a future Hall of Famer last week. Is what
he did. He did. They made Daniel Jones look really good, like really good. The Jags, they get a win over there. They trade away a guy who I thought was going to probably be their number one running back, Tank Bigsby. They get rid of him. They traded him to the Eagles. Howie Roseman, F you. Look, Travis Etienne looked really good. Bashul Tootin, I think that's the backup running back's name. They look really good.
He has to stay healthy.
That's been one of his biggest things. Of course, Brian Thomas Jr., he didn't really have a great game, but you saw some flashes in there with Travis Hunter. That's why he was the number 2 pick in the draft. The Raiders, I was surprised with this with the Raiders. I picked the Patriots to win this game. I told you the AFC West, the Raiders are better. Geno Smith, Genty, Brock Bowers, they got some weapons and some pieces over there to fight you, and that they're not going to be an easy out. Yes. Hello?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, so yeah, just congratulations to the Raiders. They look pretty good. Cardinals, they get the win. Look, the Saints are terrible. I think that the Saints, I called this before, I think the Saints are going to have the number 1 overall pick. They're terrible. You bring out Tyler Shuck, but they did put up somewhat of a fight. The Cardinals got the win, but the Saints, they're terrible. Mona, your Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, the first game for Aaron Rodgers, he came out there. He looked 5 years younger. He was moving around, throwing on the run, veteran savvy, just very impressive. But also, I was very impressed with the Jets. With Justin Fields.
I have my own comments about the Pittsburgh Steelers, so I'll wait till you're done. No, you can talk about the Jets, and then I'll give you my. Okay,
the Jets, Aaron Glenn is putting together over there. Justin Fields, he finally has somebody who's kind of sponsored him, really wants him to be their franchise quarterback. Breece Hall had over 100 yards rushing. We know Justin Fields, he'll take off. I think he's a top 4 rushing quarterback in the league behind Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and then probably him, and then maybe, I don't know, Hurts or Jaden Daniels. But he'll take off and run on you, and you got the win. Boswell, once again, he's clutch, and they got the win. Mona, your thoughts on that game?
Well, my thoughts on Pittsburgh, period. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is a step up from what we've had since Ben Roethlisberger retired. I will give you that. But when you have a quarterback of his stature coming in, he played quite well last year, a lot better than what people gave him credit for. But when you have a quarterback like him, and the offense is affording him time to throw the ball down the field, and you can't get that damn running game going, I have an issue with that. But my issue is they got rid of Najee Harris and extended Jalen Warren. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you by week 6, I figure he'll be hurt and out for 2-3 weeks. That's just me. You have a workhorse back in Najee Harris who was getting you 65, 70 yards a game. He was getting 1,000 yards a season. I know that's not a lot for 17 games. But behind that offensive line and the poor quarterback play, what Najee was doing was great in Pittsburgh. You're not going to see that this year. You're not going to see that running game open up. I'm sorry, but you're just not. Okay? And it ain't got to do with offense, and it ain't got to do with the poor quarterback play. It's got to do with they don't have the guys on the team now. So that's what I say. Our defense couldn't stop the run to save their ass. And they just extended Karen Hayward. So tell me what the issue is on why we're having problems still stopping the run. We had this elite freaking defense who petered out 5 games before the end of the season last year. They looked like crap. And sorry, but I ain't impressed with the yards that the Jets running backs got against us. No, I'm not impressed. I think that we had some key plays, and that 60-yard field goal that Boz kicked and the Jalen Ramsey hit at the end to pop that ball out. I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah, that was nasty.
And that one T.J. Watt hit in that game against Justin Fields.
He hit Fields. Yeah,
but my thought was we should have kept Justin Fields. We got a 1-year rental with Aaron Rodgers. I do think that veteran leadership helps, and I think he is just a little bit better than Justin Fields. But I'm gonna tell you something: Justin Fields should have been our future, and I said that last year, and I'm saying it this year. So that's how I feel about that game. I think we were lucky to win that game. Just to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was very. It's week 1. Everybody's kind of figuring things out a little bit. I think things will get better for them over there. But to have Aaron Rodgers 4 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. That's what I like. He's being Aaron Rodgers, very efficient with the ball. He doesn't turn over the ball. He made some really nice throws in that game. But yeah, I agree with you there. This was a problem last year with the run defense. Look, if you can't stop the run with some of the teams in the AFC, especially you got Derrick Henry in your own division, you got Quinshon Judkins. You got Quinshon Judkins coming soon in the next few weeks. He should be. This guy was dynamite at Ohio State. He's a cold weather workhorse type back, at AFC type back. You gotta get that fixed ASAP. So we'll see we'll keep our eyes on that, and hopefully they can get that fixed.
With the Commanders game, I didn't think 21-6. I think I picked the Commanders to win that game. Any surprises for you in that game?
Russell Wilson will not be the starting quarterback. They're going to yank him in the next few weeks. I don't think Russell Wilson's about washed. That's what I saw with it. You can't generate, and Malik Neighbors start getting a little bit antsy. I tell y'all about these quarterbacks when these wide receivers, when the quarterback can't get them the ball, these wide receivers start losing their mind. The TOs and the Randy Mosses and guys, when they don't get the ball, they start going nuts. Russell Wilson can't get on the ball. I'm supposed to be your best offensive player. We scored 6 points. So I just think Russell Wilson's on a very short leash. I think if he starts really bad, I think you can see Jackson Dart here real soon. So Commanders, they get the win there. That Broncos defense, I think the Broncos, maybe the Packers now with Micah Parsons, that Broncos defense is nasty. They're nasty. They're fast. They hit you. And Cam Ward, the number 1 overall pick, he looked lost. He looked like they were coming at him from every single angle.
Well, Tennessee's not nothing for a while. Let's just keep it a buck. We knew Tennessee wasn't going to win this game. Both picked the Broncos. Yeah. I expected the score to be a hell of a lot worse than that. I thought it would be 40 or some shit like that. So it kind of disappoints me with the Denver Broncos. Yeah. I thought they should have ran away with that game, and they didn't. So I expected. Yeah, their offense looked a little bit stagnant. The defense did what they were supposed to do, but I expected a little bit more. This is what I tell y'all about using that term "great." All last year, when I heard Bo Nix, he's great. He's going to be he looked very average in that game against that Tennessee defense. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. San Francisco 49ers, they get the win. They actually come back. I thought that I thought Seattle was going to win that game. I took Seattle.
I thought so too. I took Seattle too, and they pulled this off. Unfortunately for them. And we'll talk about, they had some injuries that's going to kind of limit them a little bit. They won the game, but they lost, some people. So we'll see how that goes. Green Bay, Micah Parsons' debut there. He played 32 snaps in that game, but he did get a sack. And look, I just think I think Green Bay is about to be.
You and I both took the Lions to win that game, though.
I did. I just thought with Micah Parsons not really, practicing this offseason, I thought that, and this again, I thought this what I saw from the game, I thought they really missed Ben Johnson. They have the same people there. You still got Jahmyr Gibbs. You still got Jameson Williams. You still got Sun God. You still got Laporta. And they were not as explosive as I thought. Some of that was because of Green Bay's defense. I think Green Bay's defense is going to be a top 3 defense this year. But I expected a little bit productivity from the offense with the weapons that they have over there. Green Bay, Jordan Love, he started coming to his own. Josh Jacobs is a problem. He is a workhorse. He is a punish type running back, another Alabama back. I really like him a lot. The premier of Matthew Golden out there. Romeo Dobbs did some good things that I like. Rams and Texans.
That's what he was saying.
Again, we talk.
Dwayne, that's what he was saying. Losing Ben Johnson is showing that
and Aaron Glenn. They lost their
exactly.
And their defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn. He's a head coach of the Jets, and you saw the way the Jets looked this weekend against the Steelers. So I never thought that Dan Campbell was this great quarterback. I thought he was a guy, I've always called him kind of a meathead, and I thought a lot of those assistants over there made him look a little bit better than what he was. But we'll see. The Rams defense is nice. Matthew Stafford, we'll talk about here. We got some stats for him coming up here. But Matthew Stafford, just cool and collect. He's had the back injury. He had to get a back injection. And then C.J. Stroud. I'm a little bit concerned with C.J. Stroud. Nico Collins didn't really do anything. You spent a lot of money, a lot of draft capital to get these.
I think you have to give credit to the Rams defense too. Rams defense,
no doubt. Yeah, they'll get after you. Jarrett Verse, I really like him, and they got some guys over there that can get after the quarterback. And then we had the Sunday night game. Bills and Ravens. Look, this is why we play the game, and look, it's 4 quarters. It's a 60-minute game. It's not a 57-minute game. It's not a 59-minute game. The Ravens controlled this game, and Derrick Henry was punishing the Buffalo Bills. And look, Buffalo came back and did what they were supposed to do. Don't tell me that y'all expected to come back in that game, because it comes off as really disingenuous.
Well, not only that, it showed that a lot of the fans had already left the stadium.
Yes, they did. No, we didn't. Yes, you really did. You really did. Derrick Henry, he played a hell of a game. Lamar Jackson played a hell of a game. Derrick Henry, he did something. He cost them. Because if he doesn't fumble that ball, they're up 22 points with 7 minutes left in the game. I don't think they're overcoming that. Now, look, we got to give Josh Allen. He's a reigning defending MVP. He put his cape on. He really put his cape on, because nobody else was really doing anything. Well, Ed Oliver on the defensive side, he played very well. Keon Coleman came out and played very well, but nothing from James Cook. He just got paid. Shakir, he didn't really do anything. Kincaid, so Josh Allen kind of put this team on his back, and you came back and won that game. You better fix that run defense ASAP, because if I watch that film and I see that, you're facing the Jets this week with Breece Hall and Braylon Allen and Justin Fields, who will take off and run. You better get it fixed ASAP, because that's. People look at stuff like that and we're going to attack you. So Monday night game, JJ McCarthy, he's been kind of an enigma. What were we going to get? Last year was his rookie year, but he didn't play last year. So this is his rookie year, even though, he got drafted last year. He missed all of last year, made some nice throws, some nice runs, start off slow. I was like, this guy, he looked a little bit razzled. Caleb Williams came out and he looked really good. And then he kind of faded down the stretch. But look, if this kid, he's got some pedigree, he's a national champion with that Michigan team. He's got a little bit of moxie. And Kevin O'Connell, he has a lot of faith in this kid. But I also saw some things from Caleb Williams. I think Ben Johnson is going to help him out a lot. We just talked about Lions. He came over from the Lions, and we had a very competitive game. And JJ McCarthy did his thing. Had a rushing touchdown and did his thing. So congratulations to the Vikings. They did their thing up there. So a little bit of news and notes. What we got? 49ers are having issues over there. So you got Brock Purdy. He's going to miss 2 to 5 weeks. Their starting quarter. He just got paid. He's making $53 million a year. And it's just funny how the NFL works out, because I was saying that the 49ers should have drafted Mac Jones instead of Trey Lance. Mona, we did a draft show that year. And when Trey Lance number 3, me and you were like, what the actual hell? Yep. And now you got him. And I think Mac Jones has a lot of Brock Purdy in him. He's flashy. He's not going to, he doesn't have elite arm talent. He doesn't have elite mobility, but he's a very smart quarterback. He's very efficient. He doesn't generally put the ball in harm's way, but I'm kind of concerned with him because all of their weapons are hurt. Yep. Jawan Jennings, I don't know if he's playing. Ayuk is out. I just, you've already – Deebo Samuel's gone. Now, Christian McCaffrey, he's back. I didn't even think he was going to play last week, but their wide receiving core, I think their number one now is Ricky Pearsall, their first-round pick from last year. So I'm interested to see how he does in that system there with Shanahan. So we'll see how it goes. He's going to be their starter for the next few weeks while Brock Purdy's out. So we'll see how that goes. And again, more injuries. And they suffered a lot of injuries last year. That's why they ended up finishing last in the division. George Kittle, he's out a month. He's probably right now their best pass catcher. So 4 weeks, hammy, soft tissue injuries. You say 4 weeks, but that's something that can linger on. He's a big guy. He's about close to 260 pounds. When you have a hamstring like that, you can't really run, you can't really do anything. So they got to sit him. And again, no Ayuk. He's out for the first probably 7 weeks, coming off of a torn ACL. Jawan Jennings is hurt. I just don't know how they're able to do this. So we'll keep an eye on it. I hope speedy recovery to Kittle.
Well, not only that, but I kind of feel that at the age of 31, he's had a lot of injuries since he's been in the league. So, is this the end of George Kittle?
Yeah, but Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is definitely undefeated. For 12 million, need more than 44 yards. I see you. Just a lot of injuries. We talked about this a little bit.
Before we go there, I want to address this comment. Jets are going to give Bills problems too because their defense is suspect. But we are also talking about an offense with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry who was putting 35 points out regularly last year in almost every game they played. So you can't really say a team's defense is suspect when you're playing a high-powered offensive team. Kind of like with Cincinnati. Cincinnati has a high-powered offensive team. Their defense is horrible, and they get worse as it goes on throughout the game. But I don't know that you could say the Bills' defense is suspect as much as you have to say that you have two high-powered offenses. Defensively, they have to be able to stop the run. I agree with you on that. And I think that may be where the Jets have that advantage. Because not only do they have two great running backs, but they also have a quarterback who will take off and run. So
I think maybe that's what he's trying to say. The Jets are built a lot like, of course, they're not the Ravens, but they're built a big. Well,
and
Justin Fields is
Oliver. They're also going to be missing Nate Oliver in this game against the Jets.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. But Xavier Worthy. They're saying he's not going to need surgery. That's what they're saying right now. He got a second opinion. He's going to wear a shoulder harness, but he is going to miss a couple of weeks. So this is what I talk about. I talked about this on Coffee Talk about size matters. This is what I talk about when 165-pound dude. Oh, this guy. He's 165 pounds. This is why I talk about, size matters in sports. When I'm looking for my elite number one wide receiver, I'm looking for the Jamar Chases. I'm looking for the Jettas. I'm looking for the T.O.s, the Rand Mosses, the DK Metcalf types, those type of bodies. I'm not looking for a 5'9", 165-pound guy. He's dynamite, no doubt about it. Probably maybe the fastest guy in the league. But I cannot build my entire offense around a guy like him or Kavontae Turpin. You just can't, or Calvin.
To me, the only thing you're going to be able to do with this kind of a player at his size is gadget plays. He's going to be your gadget player.
Yeah. He ain't no 175 pounds. He ain't no 175. I don't think he's what he might be 175 pounds in pads. Because I don't think he's bigger than Devontae Smith. Because Devontae Smith is around that, he's a little bit taller though. So speed recovery to him, that's one of those things. Your shoulders, for a receiver, now you got to try to reach up for the ball. When you start having shoulder injuries, that's kind of a problem. So we wish him a speedy recovery. I enjoy watching him play. The only thing that I've ever had against him is his size. Jaden Reed in that game, in that win, he broke his collarbone. So look, you got all these receivers over there. Somebody's got to step up. He spent the first round pick on Matthew Golden out of Texas. You still got Wicks and Dobbs. He's a little bit banged up. Christian Watson, he's banged up. Somebody's got to emerge over there. Now, what I saw was on Thursday Night Football yesterday, Tucker, the tight end, he had a hell of a game. They may have to do some more stuff like that, some short passes to the tight end, but Jaden Reed's one of their better wide receivers. I don't view any of them as like a number one, the actual guy that this is our go-to guy, but he's pretty good, and they're going to miss him. 8 weeks, hell, that's a long time, man. That's a long time. So some of these younger receivers, they're going to have –
it's a half a season.
Yeah. And then the thing about it, collarbone, I mean, you get hit on your collarbone all the time. That's that Tony Romo. He kept breaking his collarbone, and then he get tackled and he break it again. So Eagles signs Darius Smith. They did not sack Dak Prescott. Damn, Howie Roseman. They didn't sack Dak Prescott one time in that game. So Howie Roseman,
didn't Romo suffer a lot of hairline fractures in the sternum?
And he broke his collarbone. One season, I know he broke his collarbone twice in the season, and his sternum. He couldn't stay healthy. So Howie Roseman, he's that type of guy. He's that type of GM. If we got a deficiency, we're going to fix it fast. I thought Tank Bigsby was going to be Jacksonville's number one. They got rid of him, so now he's probably like third on the depth chart. Because don't forget, they got you're not going to get as many snaps with Saquon Barkley on the team, and then right behind him you got AJ Dillon. So this guy now went from being a possible workhorse back to third string and maybe a special teamer. So we'll see how that goes. But it just goes to show you Howie Roseman, he's always trying to improve that team, and that's what they're supposed to do as a GM. So that's why
the number 2 running back for the Eagles, I thought, got injured.
Well, I think the other thing too is Tank Bigsby's a bigger back. I think what the Eagles are looking at here is Saquon Barkley got a lot of carries last year, and as you get older as a back, those carries, they start breaking you down. He had 2,000 yards rushing last year, but that's a lot of carries, and that's a lot of wear and tear in your body. I think they want to kind of not give him as many carries and maybe save him for the playoffs. So I don't have no issue with this. So we'll see how they plan to employ him. But that's a major missed opportunity for him because, they were talking about him being, who's going to start there in Jacksonville. So first game of the season, we talked about this a little bit. Jalen Carter, he was ejected from the game, spit on Dak Prescott. I did a piece on this, a reel on this, with the spitting. Stop the spitting. Stop the spitting. We had this, and then 2 days after this, on Saturday, Florida and University of Southern Florida, and some Florida kid spits in one of the kids' face from USF. You can't have spitting in a game. You just can't have it. Cannot happen. Can't happen. I wouldn't have had a problem if he would have got multiple games. It didn't happen. But I do want to say this. I'm going to say this here, and I think this is a great opportunity to say this. I don't want to hear any more of the Kansas City favoritism stuff, because if they were really trying to show favor to the Kansas City Chiefs, he wouldn't have been playing. So I don't want to hear any more of this. Oh, they do everything they can to help Kansas City win, because to me this should have been a multiple game suspension. So stop with the Kansas City Chiefs favoritism and rig for Kansas City, because I don't want to hear the crap no more. So hopefully he learned from this. Jameson Williams, he gets an extension, 3 years, $83 million, and then he comes out and has one of his worst games. He's come a long way. Mo, you saw this guy at Alabama, big play receiver. I don't view him as a number one. He didn't get number one type money, but he is a deep threat. He's a guy who can take the lid off of a defense. He's one of the faster players in the league, and him with a guy like Sun God, they do a lot of damage. So congratulations to him. They got some decisions to make on other players too, like Jahmyr Gibbs and Aiden Hutchinson. They got some guys here in the next couple of years they got to pay. So congratulations to him. I love to see, but y'all know I love seeing. I'm always for the players getting paid. So congratulations to him. Injury, we just found this out. Bill's defensive lineman. He was seen walking in a boot, and he got hurt. He had a hell of a game against the Ravens, but he was very disruptive in that game. But he's already been ruled out for the Kansas City Chiefs game. So take that into consideration when you're doing your lineups and making your picks and stuff like that. He's probably their best defensive player. Yes, and better than Joey Bosa, who probably will be hurt by the middle of the season.
And one thing I can say about the Jets defense will stop the run. I don't think that James Cook will have any more luck running against the Jets defense as he did against Baltimore's defense.
Yeah, they better do a better job of spying Josh Allen, though. That was one of the things that I saw in that game, where the Ravens, you got Roquan Smith, spy him. You need to have somebody with those type of quarterbacks. You got to spy them. You can't. Oh, we're gonna let him, and then he takes off and runs and just wrecks your entire game plan. You got to spy him. You have to leave a spy on Josh Allen. You have to leave a spy.
The Bills better learn how to spy and spy on Justin Fields too.
Yeah, they damn sure better. Yeah, they better. They damn sure better. So a speedy recovery to this young man. He's come a long way. He just got want to see him get well soon. Speaking of somebody who's his season's done, Austin Eckler, he's out of there. He placed him on IR. So
stay on the field. He's just not been able to stay on the field.
Yeah, he had issues. Yeah, and then the thing about it is, you just got rid of Brian Robinson. You just traded you traded him a little bit too early, and you got the 7th round pick, Jacoby Merritt, I think that's his name. That's your guy, the 7th round pick running back, and you got rid of Brian Thomas Jr. That hurts. That hurts. So he's getting up there. He's getting up there in age. He's a smaller back too, and he's a little dude. Your Steelers, they gave an incentive-laden extension to Cam Hayward. I didn't really like this. I get it, but look, you got paid last year. You're coming back to me. What this reminds me of, Mona, is Zach Martin's last year with the Cowboys. He came in there and he's like, It's like, dude, like, really? Yeah, you want one more bite at the apple. Okay. What this really kind of tells me is this is probably his last year in Pittsburgh before he retires, So, incentive laden deal. He has played well, but he's 35, 36 years old. He's at the end. So, I didn't really like this, but okay. You got your money, So they worked out a little bit something to give him where he can earn $3 million extra dollars. So congratulations.
And yeah, he's 36.
Congratulations. He's 36. Yeah, it's 35, 36. So congratulations. I didn't like the way he did it, but okay.
I love Cameron Hayward, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'd have told him, there's the door. We paid you last year. You don't want to sit the bench. Ain't nobody else gonna pick you up.
Yeah, I didn't really like that too much at all. I didn't really like the way he
and then he didn't do anything to help stop the run. They were like running right past him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't really like that. I did like this though.
I did too. I like this signing. Look. We lost Deshaun Elliott. We don't know for sure how long he's going to be out. 6-8 weeks. We don't know. But if he's out for 8 weeks, that's, at least 7 games. I'm not sure where our bye is. So, but I like this signing. We got Miles Killebrew who can also fill in as well. So, basically this just gives us more backup. Losing Deshaun Elliott to me is huge on that defense, especially as we got rid of Minka Fitzpatrick. So, yeah, this kind of makes me feel a little
nice
bit
pick up. Yeah, that's what you do when you see a hole. You feel it real quick. He also has some return capability. They finally got this deal done. Quinshon Judkins, former Ohio State guy, 2nd round pick. For the Browns, I like this kid. Now he's still penning some legal type stuff on the field. He's incredible. Now he's gonna have to deal with some stuff off the field. But I think they're gonna have to.
They better have something in this contract because it said it's fully $11.4 million and it's fully guaranteed. How do you give a guy who has off field troubles? What happens if he ends up going to jail?
I'm sure that there's some.
They better have something in that contract. Yes.
Yeah, some language in there. Look, if you jail, then we can void your contract. But it says fully guaranteed. I don't know all of what that entails. I'm sure that there's some language in that contract that that they can cut rope with him if he does something stupid. But he's dynamite on the field. Bills fan who hit and shoved Lamar Jackson and DeAndre Hopkins. He's been all NFL stadium.
The guy hit him in the head, hit Hopkins in the head. I don't think he hit Lamar. Mm-hmm. Lamar jumped up and shoved him.
No, he was hitting Lamar on the head, and Lamar he did it.
No, I did not see him. I went back and watched that. And it does not show him hitting Lamar in the head. It showed him hitting Hopkins in the head. And Lamar jumped up and was protecting his damn receiver. That's what you saw. That's what I saw. I didn't hit Lamar in the head.
I'll go back. I thought he put his hands on him too. But bottom line, don't put your hands on players. Don't put your hand. And I saw people, so then the guy apologized and he's wearing a neck brace. He's wearing a neck brace. Don't put your hands on people. And the NFL's already said that they're not going to suspend Lamar or have him face any type of punishment. But I did a piece on this on Coffee Talk this past week. Keep your damn hands on yourself. We've seen things like this. I talked a little bit about the malice of the palace with Ron Artest and this guy hearing him. If you wouldn't do it at a bar, you wouldn't do it in a public setting. Don't do it at a game. Just because they're players. They're still human beings. These are dads, they're husbands, and they're men. No man's going to sit there unless you throw a beer in his face.
Keep your beer cans in your hand.
Keep your
snowballs to yourself.
And stop throwing beers on the field, too, with Derrick Henry. I talked about this a little bit. look,
beer cans in your hands. Don't throw them at the players, the opposing team.
Yeah.
They've got a really bad habit of doing that. They've done that to Mahomes. They did it to Henry. They did it to George Pickens in the playoffs last year. Yeah.
MVS, like stop the crap, So I hope that they start, tossing people out like this when they do stuff like that, because you throw a beer in my face.
I think they should do jail time, especially if the beer.
Yeah, I mean that's assault. You throw some beer in my face, we're gonna have a fight. So he's been banned from all, not just the Bill Stadium, but all other stadiums too. So I have no issues with that. Zero.
I hope he was a season ticket holder too. Hope he was a season ticket holder as well.
Yeah, I hope so too. And you ain't getting your money back neither, because you acted like a little jackass. Like Meek Mill says, there's levels to everything here. So, every week we bring you, division standings and statistical leaders. Here's your, it's week 1. Bills at the top there. They were the only team from the AFC East to get a win. Indy with that win, just like we all expected, Indy would be on top of the division. Now, of course, we know this stuff changes. Cincy and Pittsburgh on top of the AFC North.
Who thought Indy would be at the top of the division? I didn't. I thought Houston would be at the top of the damn division in the AFC South. I did not.
That's what I'm saying. I was being sarcastic there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was being very sarcastic there. Yeah, I was like, just like we all expected.
Gotcha.
And then over in the West, just like we all expected for Kansas City to be the only team that didn't win a game, and everybody else to win a game. I told you it's going to be a dogfight over there. Jumping over to the NFC, Washington and Philly. Now we know Washington lost last night. We'll talk about that next week, but they're 1-1 now. But that's going to be competitive over the South. The South being the South, Tampa's the only team that won in that division. Green Bay, this Micah Parsons trade, that defense is going to be pretty good. Detroit, who thought that they would be at the bottom. And then San Francisco, I thought they were going to lose that game. Green
Bay won last night, so they're
Yeah, exactly. So, it's early. These things, it turns around fast, but you can get in a hole very fast. You start off. Don't nobody want to start off 0-2. This power, I don't really like this power ranking. I kind of look. They got Buffalo.
I don't like it at all. Kansas City shouldn't be at number 3 right now.
Yeah, and see that's why I like to. That's why I don't do just the individual report. Let's not do. We'll see next week after week 2, because I can't even really take this here. Some of these guys, they're like really biased. He might be from Kansas City, like Nick Wright. He just, Kansas City, they're the defending AFC champions, so we'll put them at 2. No. So here's your passing leaders. Josh Allen with just an incredible game. He had 2 touchdowns rushing and passing. Who would have thought Geno Smith at 2? Justin Hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2 rushing and 2 passing. Justin Fields with an incredible game against. He came out really. It looked really good. I think this is the year that he kind of takes off. And
you mean Justin Herbert, right?
I think this is the. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I say Justin Fields? Yeah, Justin Herbert. I think this is the year that we see him kind of take off. I think this is the year that we see him start reaching his full potential. Michael Penix, he's an unquestioned starter over there. Didn't really get to play too much last year with Kirk Cousins there. I think you're going to see him. He's the number 8 overall pick. And then old man Joe Flacco, still out there. I think he's the second oldest quarterback behind Rodgers in the league. He's in his 40s too. So Zay Flowers starting to emerge that number 1 threat for Lamar, 143 yards. Puka Nacua doing what he does. Jackson Smith and Jib, but he's an unquestioned number one over there. Now that DK Metcalf is with Mona Steelers. Keon Coleman, had a really good game, kind of emerged. They want this guy. I think they really want this guy to be their number one. And people were complaining when they drafted him because they had the opportunity to draft Xavier Worthy. I go, you didn't need Xavier Worthy. You needed a guy like this, a big physical wide receiver, battle catcher. And then CeeDee Lamb, 110 yards, but 4 costly drops, and a couple of them could have been touchdowns. As soon as he got back to Dallas, he was on the jugs machine. Going over to the rushers, Derrick Henry, just an incredible. He could have had more. If he doesn't fumble that ball, I think he could have hit 200. But that one, like my football coach used to say, one oops can mess up a whole bunch of that boys. So he's got to hold on to the ball. We talked about Travis Etienne. He's their starter now. I thought it was going to be Tank Busy. He had a good game. Breece Hall, Mona, you saw this guy up and close and personal. He's kind of starting to reach his full potential. The kid, the 7th round pick, he gets 82 yards, and then Jonathan Taylor, he gets 71. So congratulations to all these guys. And then we got our sacks, because my co-host loves defense. He loves defense. Harold Landry with those Patriots with 2.5 sacks. Brian Burns on that nice Giants defense line, he had 2 sacks. Myles Garrett, one of the best pass rushers in the game, with 2. Javon Hargrave with 2. Will McDonald over there, he had a really good game against the Steelers. He put some pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and then Mike Trinkle with 2 sacks. So we'll try to find the sack. We'll try to find the sacks leaders. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. I hear you.
Can you hear me?
I hear you fine. Yeah.
I lost my power went out. So we're going to try to bring the sacks. We'll go find the sacks. Sometimes they don't put the sacks up. So
this is
congratulations to all these guys.
Are you talking about interceptions, or because this is the sacks list?
No, I'm saying all the time they don't put the sacks up there. Remember, Mark, we go searching for them last year. So I was really happy. We have to go to other sources to get the sack. So we want to have interceptions. I couldn't find anything on interceptions, but here's your sacks leaders. We'll try to bring that to you every week. So congratulations to these guys. Y'all need to learn to appreciate this guy. You better learn to appreciate this guy, because we're watching one of the best running backs that's ever played. He has an opportunity to hit some of these records here. He's got an opportunity. Mona, we were talking about this off the air. With 108 touchdowns, if he gets 15 touchdowns this year, he's in 4th place. If he gets 20 this year, he's in 3rd place. So before it's all said and done, he's got a chance if he can keep it up. Now, look, the way he runs, I don't know. I don't think he'll catch the rushing yards. I don't think he'll get the 18,000 that Emmett has, but he has a shot. He has a shot at Emmett Smith's touchdown record. So I love watching him play, and he's a problem. He's an absolute problem. Your thoughts, Mona?
I agree.
Okay. Mona, give me some Rocky Blyer players, Mona.
So our Rocky Blyer Chuck Guy Award is basically the players of the week. And for our defensive players of the week for week 1, we have, good luck with saying his name. Olakun?
Yeah. Olakun.
All right. 10 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 1 interception with Jacksonville. And then your NFC defensive guy is Nate Landman with 10 tackles and 1 forced fumble. So there you go. We got our offensive players of the week. None other than player of the week, AFC offense, Josh Allen, 394 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns with a 112.0 passer rating. And then you got J.J. McCarthy with the Minnesota Vikings, 143 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and I can't read what that is. What's that?
Not too bad. If Derrick Henry doesn't fumble that ball, he's easily the player of the week. But look, they usually give this to people who win the game, and that's what that one mistake cost them. But Josh Allen played a hell of a game. He put his cape on. He really carried that team, and you're starting to see a little bit more confidence with him. He's a dynamic player, and I've been critical of him in the past. But again, I'm going to give him his flowers now. He's a top 2 or 3 quarterback, and he may not be 2 or 3. So, congratulations to these guys here for Austin and that our special teams players.
Our special teams players of the week. We got none other than the balls, man. The balls. Listen, that 60-yard game-winning field goal. I give that to him. But I'm going to tell you something. That Jalen Ramsey hot hit that he had at the end of that game to stop them from being able to take the ball back down the field, that was the game-winning. That was the game-winning defensive hit, without a doubt. And then you got Cameron Johnson with Tampa Bay Bucks with that 54-yard punt return for a touchdown. So, okay, now we are at our little debate section.
Look, I don't have a problem with some of this stuff here. I agree with the best game. I will definitely say that was a hell of a game for Buffalo to come back in that game, no doubt. Mona, do you agree with that?
Yep, I do.
Best team. This is where I had the problem. You cannot be the best team in your defense. Allowed Derrick Henry to run up and down the field and average nearly 10 yards a carry. Now, you did come back and win the game, but when you say the best team, that means offense and defense. Offense and defense. Your offense played well, but your defense is terrible. You better fix that fast.
I'm going to say right now, right off the top of my head, best team in the NFL right today is the Green Bay Packers.
Okay. And I think we got to talk about what I saw this week with the Chargers beating the Chiefs. I think we got to talk about the Chargers being up there too. And look, all of this is very presumptuous. It's 1 week. Let's not put these teams in the Super Bowl and give the players gold jackets yet. But from what I saw last week, the Chargers impressed me and the Packers impressed me. If you want to say the Packers, I could go. But the Bills, hell no. Not after that defensive performance. Just no. Worst team, worst performance that I saw. Yes, Dolphins were terrible. Tua looked terrible.
Saints were pretty bad too, though.
Saints were bad too. Saints were really bad. Giants were bad too.
Biggest surprise. I agree with that one. 100%.
Quentin Johnson, they've been waiting for this guy. He's a first-round pick. He went up there when all those wide receivers went in the first round. There was like Zay Flowers, Quentin Johnson, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. They've been waiting for this guy to kind of emerge. Keenan Allen, he's near the end. Lab McConkey's more of a slot guy. They need this guy to be their number one. Best rookie, Ibuka, yeah. Look, and this guy outperformed Mike Evans, and I think very highly of Mike Evans. Fantasy hero Justin Fields, what he did there. Fantasy hero for me, that would have been either Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, because I got them both in 2 of the leagues, and they single-handedly won me my game. So I'm not giving that to Justin Fields. Breakout star, okay, I don't have a problem with that. I would have probably gave that to Ibuka, but okay, that's cool. Mr. Club, JJ McCarthy. I don't have a problem with that. I
think Daniel Jones should have got it. What he did.
Mr. Club, okay, yeah. But I also wouldn't have had a problem giving that to Josh Allen. For him, what he did in that game to come back and win that game against the Ravens, I wouldn't have had a problem with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So he could have won that award there too.
I was really impressed. I was really impressed watching Josh Allen in that game.
Yeah, so you say biggest surprise, Daniel Jones. I probably would put Daniel Jones as biggest surprise, but I was just like, what I think of Daniel Jones, I don't think very much of Daniel Jones. So we'll see what happens. And this just goes to show a little bit of coaching and somebody, somebody wanting you to be there. It goes a long way. Want to give me some did you knows?
All right, did you know? Game 1 of this season, Matthew Stafford becomes a member of the 10 NFL quarterbacks to have thrown for over 60,000 yards in their careers. And he is on the list with some of the greats: Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, Dan Marino, and now Matthew Stafford. So he's joined the exclusive 60,000 club.
Hall of Famer, Mona? Hall of Famer?
I feel he has to have one more Super Bowl.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I don't know if he can get in there with just one. Although I would have him in there before I would have Rivers.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
And Ryan. I think. You think he's better than? You think he's better than Matt Ryan?
I don't.
You don't think Matthew Stafford's as good as Matt Ryan?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
I think Matthew Ryan played for the wrong team at the wrong time. Because I'm gonna tell you something. He statistically, if you go back and look at his statistics when he was quarterback, the organization let Matt Ryan down. Could you imagine a Matt Ryan in Baltimore or in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, but I mean, if we're going to do that, then we also have to think about Matt Stafford spending a lot of his career in Detroit.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
If he wouldn't have got out of there, he would have kind of been like in the same boat.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. But then they turn around and the Lions trade him for
Goff.
Yeah, and look what look what Goff did.
Yeah, but
Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared Goff. But I'm just saying though, sometimes you're just like you said, Mona. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. If he would have stayed in Detroit, he damn sure doesn't win a Super Bowl. No,
I agree.
I don't know if he's. I know for a fact he's not a first ballot. Now,
neither's Phillip Rivers or Matt Ryan.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also a Super Bowl champion. I mean, we have to throw that in there. Super Bowl champion. Look, I say Pro Bowls, All Pros, Super Bowls, stats. That's my criteria for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
he's got the. If he doesn't have the All Pros, he's got the Super Bowl. I don't know how many. He's a Pro Bowler and he's got the stats. He's got 4 out of the 5.
Yeah.
So we got to take that into consideration.
I don't think that he's a first ballot.
I don't think now if he wins another one this year, then we got to start having a conversation, because then that's 2 rings plus the stat. Now you're in Big Ben Roethlisberger territory. 2 rings plus stats. No all pros. That's the similar trajectory, So if he wins another Super Bowl, now he's in that Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger tier. So we'll see what happens there. Incredible accomplishment.
All right, and last but not least, no quarterback this century has scored on every possession until Daniel Jones against the Miami Dolphins. Every possession he scored. I know that ain't saying a whole lot, because Miami looked horrible.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about Miami's a pretty old franchise, and for you to do that on now, look, granted, they're abysmal this year, but eventually they stop you one time. You can't stop them one time. So that's. And then again, this goes to show you who you play with matters. He was stuck up there with the Giants. He did have Saquon Barkley for a little bit. They had no receivers, the offensive line. They got coaches in and out. And he goes here now. Look, he's got to keep it up. He had one good week. Anybody can have a good week. But we'll see what he does going forward. I'm going to be paying attention to what he does over there because, this is probably his last chance.
Okay.
Your favorite coach.
I swear I can't stand to look at him. I swear. All right, I'm going to cover that and read it. Footall has blown 17 double-digit second-half leads. That's the most by any coach since at least 1991. I'm not even looking at him. I can't stand to look at him. I'm going to flip it. I can't even stand to look at him. I swear, I see him on the sidelines, and I just want somebody to beat him right in the face with a football.
There has never been a coach that has carried one Super Bowl win longer than this dude. And then, and some people probably argue Mike Tomlin, but at least Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. You know what I'm saying? So Mike Tomlin can at least say that. But I've never seen a dude, use having a Super Bowl championship as long as this dude. So we'll see what happens. That's not good. I would have fired his ass after that Bills loss. I would have fired his ass after the Bills loss. That's what I would have did. I was like, we can't keep doing this, man. We should, dude. A team that had 250 yards rushing was 277-0 until this past week. They're 277-1 now. If you run for 250, that's almost like automatically a win. And you are the first coach to ever lose after your team accomplishes it. That's on you, dude. That's on you. So let's make some predictions, Mona. Let's make some predictions.
I'm going to my paper. 2. Marcus, darling. All right. Got my paper. Here we go. Oh, we can talk about the Thursday night game. I did take the Packers. I think I said 24-21.
I went 28-20. So yeah, we both picked the Packers.
You went over. So
I went over. Yep. So look, Jordan Love is starting to come into his own. He really is. Matt LaFleur's got this guy playing with a lot of confidence. They got everything. They got a good offensive line. They got a good tight end, and Kraft had a hell of a game last night. Tucker Kraft, he had a good game. Josh Jacobs just pounding them. I think he's got 10 or 11 straight games with a touchdown. He's got like the longest current rushing touchdown streak.
I tagged Dalton in the show, but I haven't seen him. He ain't here to give us his predictions.
He took off. Any given week.
I don't think I've.
And then Micah on that defense, and after the game, they're yelling, "Thank you, Jerry." Thank you, Jerry. Like, it's just, oh my God, But look, he's gone now, but he gives that defense a lot of speed and firepower over there. So we did that. We both got that game right. So let's jump over to the 1:00 games, Mona. Let's go San Francisco at the Saints. No Brock Purdy, no George Kittle,
and no Brendan Ayuk.
Well, he's on IR right now, but yes.
But I'm still going to take 49ers.
Okay.
21-12.
Damn pen ain't working, man. My damn pen ain't. 21-12.
Yep.
Here we go. I'm gonna go. I don't trust Chops. I don't trust Tyler Shuck. I'm sorry. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. 18-14.
Who you taking?
49ers. And I'm being very generous with that score. The Battle of the Cats. Jags at Bengals, Mona.
Jacksonville played better football than I thought they would.
They did.
And they have a defense. I'm still going to take Cincy because it's in Cincinnati. Bengals. I don't think. I'm going to say 28-14.
Okay. I'm also taking the Bengals. Every week they're going to be in a firefight because their defense just isn't good. Their defense is not good. Every week is going to be a high scoring game because they're going to score points and they're going to allow. I'm going to say 28-24 Bengals. 28-24. I'll give the Jags a little bit of credit. Seahawks at your Steelers, Mona.
I am taking my Steelers. 31 to 31-17.
31-17. I'm also taking your Steelers, Mona. I'm just not sold on Sam Darnold. And they're having issues with their run game over here. That is a good thing. Kenneth Walker Jr. He's very close to being benched for Charbonnet. Charbonnet just runs more violently. I'm gonna say 24 to.
Just remember, we scored 32 against Jets defense.
Yeah, Seahawks defense 30 to 7, 30 to 37. I'll give them 17 points. Rams at Titans, Mona.
I'm taking the Rams. 28 to 10.
I was going the same score, Mona. 28-10. I think that defense is going to have Cam Ward running for his life. I was saying the same thing.
Broncos and the Colts.
That's a 4:00 game. Let's stay with the 1:00. I should have stayed over on the left side. Okay. Patriots, Dolphins.
God, I'm going to take the Patriots. I'm taking Patriots. 21-18. I think offensively they play better this year, and they're also playing against a division rival. I think that the Dolphins play better, but I just think the Patriots defense is.
Pats 21-20 Pats.
I almost said 21-20.
Yeah, that's really bad. Bills at Jets, Mona.
Division game, but I'm still going to take the Bills.
Okay. Ooh, Dwayne said he's taking the Jets.
28 to 24. 28-24 Bills. Because they're division rivals and they're going to play each other tough.
I'm going to take the Jets just to mix things up.
Okay.
27-24 Jets.
And I am going to say that I may change my pick.
Ed Oliver not being in that game, that changes things for me.
That changes a lot. That actually changes a lot.
Because he was very disruptive last week. That's no disrespect to the Bills. I think look, if the Jets can somehow win this game, and the Jets have to be feeling pretty good about themselves with the way that they play, even in a losing effort to your Steelers, Mona. They've got to feel confident. They've got to feel confident in that game. Because I think your Steelers defense is better than the Bills defense.
What did you
27-24 Jets. And I'm just doing that to be a contrarian, but the Bills probably will win this game. But I'm doing it because some of the people up there at the top, they're Bills. I know that they're going to go Bills. So I got to, where I can make up ground, that's where I kind of go against the grain a little bit. I think the Bills will probably still win this game, but I'm going to go with the Jets just to mix things up a little bit. The Brownies at Ravens, Mona.
34-12 Ravens. They may even the fourth quarter might even put their backups in.
And see, the Browns defense played really good last year, and they beat the Ravens last year, and the Steelers, and the Bengals.
They ain't got the same quarterback.
Who was their quarterback last year?
The hell's his name?
Who was their quarterback? It was the Browns. It was him.
It was in that blizzard.
Jameis.
Winston. Yeah.
It was Jameis. Jameis was in that play.
I'm insulting the Browns. I don't think I am.
I'm going to say division game. The Ravens do not want to go down 0-2, man. They do not want to go down 0-2. I think they're going to be out for revenge. I think they're going to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry a lot. But I still think the Browns play them close. 30-21.
Okay.
30-21 Ravens. Giants at Cowboys, Mona.
I'm taking the Cowboys. 31-10.
I'm also taking Cowboys. They don't want to go down 0-2. And I think we're watching the last few starts of Russell Wilson's career. 28-12 Cowboys. Bears at Lions. Ooh, that's a good one there.
Not if you watched the game last night. I'm going with Lions. I went Lions last week too, I think.
Yeah, you did. We were very surprised with them. They lost to the Vikings last week.
24-18. 24-18 Lions. And they're playing in Detroit too. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them another chance. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be.
They lose to the damn Bears. I ain't picking the Lions again on the rest of the year.
24-21 Lions. We did all. Broncos Colts, Mona. Jumping over to the 4:00 games.
I think Broncos defense is what's going to beat the Colts. But that offense has got to be. Listen, the offense has got to score. The Denver's offense kind of had me scratching my head a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Broncos. And I'm going to say 28-21.
I'm also taking the Broncos, but I don't think it's going to be that close. I think this is the week that Daniel Jones comes crashing back down to earth. I think they get after him, 24-10, Broncos.
Hey, Dwayne's taking the Colts.
Ooh, you been okay. I want to see these in the picks. Don't just say it on the show. I'm gonna be looking. You said this on Friday. What happened in 2 days? Unless it's like a dramatic injury.
Colts got some confidence and they're at home. That's what he did.
Okay, that's cool. Panthers at Cards, Mona.
I'm taking Cardinals. They got some issues with Carolina.
Yeah, I really thought Carolina would step it up more this year. They got their number one.
I think they will. I think it could have been first game jitters. But even defensively, I saw some things I didn't care for. And I thought their defense was going to be better than what they were last year. I'm taking Cardinals. Panthers got to get that offense going.
They do. They got weapons. So you got Chuba Hubbard. He was like a 1,500-yard rusher. You spent your top 12 pick on a number one wide receiver. You got to step it up, man.
I'm gonna say Cardinals 21-18.
I'm also going Cards 21-14. Big game. Eagles at Chiefs. Arrowhead. They're going to be very loud over there. Very, very loud. Super Bowl rematch. No Xavier Worthy.
I love you, Dwayne. But until Rasheed Rice comes back, I think you're going to suffer some losses. And I'm taking the Eagles. I don't even think it's going to be pretty. But I don't think it'll be no blowout either. I'm going to say 34-28.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I don't think that they want to go down 0-2. I think Andy Reid and them, they're working hard to do some things. I think you'll see more Hollywood Brown more in that Xavier Worthy role, and I think you'll see Juju more in that Rasheed Rice role. They got to win this game. You do not want to go down 0-2. I think that would be the first time that the Chiefs have been down 0-2 since Mahomes has been there. I'm going to say a close game. I saw some holes with the Eagles last year. I think it's a Pacheco game. Pacheco's got to show. They got to get Pacheco going. 28-27 Chiefs. I'm really looking forward to this game.
And you're really hoping Eagles drop a game too.
Yes, I am. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you're not telling no lies. Falcons at Vikings, Mona.
I'm actually taking the Vikings.
Okay.
28-24. I think it'll be a close one. 28-24. Might even just be a field goal.
It's gonna be in Minnesota.
Yep, that's the reason why
I'm taking the Vikings there, but I like what Penix is doing. I really like what Penix is doing. 30-28 Vikings. Bucks at Texans Monday night. We have two. We got 2 Monday night games. That's right. They did advertise 2 Monday night games. I like that.
I didn't watch it.
Texas don't want to go down 0-2. Texas better not go down 0-2 either. They don't. You do not want to go down 0-2.
Listen, Baker Mayfield is playing some good football. I didn't get to watch the Texans game. I think I actually. Who they play? Who did the Texans play? Didn't they play the Raiders?
Who's that?
The first week.
Yes.
And the Raiders beat them.
No, the Texans played the Raiders, right?
I said.
Okay.
The Texans played the Raiders, and the Raiders beat them. Yeah. And the Bucks are better, I think, than the Raiders.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Bucks. I'm going to say 28-21.
Okay. I'm also taking the Bucks. Texans, just that schedule, the way that schedule lines up. Look, they don't have their running game. They really miss Joe Mixon, and I know they got Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is a shell of himself.
Yep.
They really miss Joe Mixon. He kind of helps out what they do. He can catch the ball. He runs real hard. I'm going Bucks also. 24-17 Bucks. 24-17. And then the last Monday game, wow, the Chargers started off with two straight divisional games. Man, if they can win this game here,
I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. Wow.
I'm going to say 31-24.
31-24. I'm also taking the chart. I like what they're doing.
I don't know that the Raiders scored 24 points on that defense. I was impressed with the Chargers defense. I really was.
They played very well. And they're protecting. Moving Joe Alt was a hell of a pick. He was playing right tackle. They moved him over to left tackle when Rashawn Slater, who they just paid, when he tore his ACL. So Joe Alt was a hell of a draft pick. I'm going to go to Chargers also. I think the Raiders are going to put up a fight, but Brock Bowers is hobbled. They don't really have anybody on the outside, and I'm just going to bottle up Genty. Chargers. I don't know if it's going to be that many points. 28-17 Chargers. And I'm being very generous with the Raiders. Is that all the games? That's all the games, huh?
Yep.
Special shout out. I like to give people their props. Now, this was not including the game last night because we do it from week to week. That's not including the Thursday game from yesterday.
One games.
What's that?
This was based on all week one games.
All week one games. Okay, so 16 games. So shout out to Autumn Amber. That's what I call her. Shout out to Autumn Amber, Autumn Dillon. We got the ladies up in here. I'm going to get you ladies into this football thing. Autumn Dillon, Jessica Askew. That's Dominic Askew's wife. Gary, the champ, and Eddie Vigil, 13-3. Tied for first place. All tied for first place. So congratulations to all of y'all. Do your picks. Some of y'all aren't doing your
Thursday night, the last night's game. He forgot.
Who did?
Gary.
You can't do that.
Listen, he missed a week. The whole weekend.
Yeah.
One whole weekend last year.
Yeah, you gotta stay on your picks. Because once that game starts, it locks, so you can't do it. So, and once that happens, I cannot help you. That's not me. That's ESPN. So, and that's cool too because Mona used to do this by hand, and then people were, messaging at the last minute, and 1 minute into the game. Once the game starts, it's over. And then my Alpha Chicks Fantasy Football League. They hit their first game. Kristen Moon, congratulations. These are all the ladies. There's 12 teams, so they all played each other. So we had 6 winners and 6 losers. So here's all the ladies who won last week. Congratulations on getting your first fantasy football win. It's a good feeling. Kristen Moon, Consuelo Romero, Autumn, you just in everything, ain't you? Autumn Dillon, she got her win in fantasy. Angie Sanchez, who's won our pick league 2 years ago. Girl, I don't know who that is. And then Quintora Waters. I'm gonna have to look and see Girls Gone Gridiron. I don't know who that is. They usually puts the name underneath that, but whoever Girls Gone Gridiron is, that's Ashley. No, that's not Ashley. Well, I'll find out who it is. But congratulations to all the ladies of Alpha Chicks. No, that's Leslie. That's Leslie. Leslie Zambrano. Leslie Zambrano. So that's all the ladies there. The winners week 1 in Alpha Chicks Fantasy Football League. Congratulations. Thank you to all my ladies out there, my Alpha Chicks. I'm gonna get y'all, turn y'all into some fantasy football assassins. So keep it up. I'll peek my head up in there and see what's going on in there with you guys. I love to see stuff like that. So congratulations. And that's everything, I think. That is everything. Mona, last words, and we'll get up out of here. I gotta go mess with Frank. He's over here whimpering. I'm gonna go mess with Frank. Mona, last words.
Just wanted to again say thank you all for continue to support us and to watching our shows, and we appreciate it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just help us get those numbers up. We appreciate everything from you all, and we will see you next week.
Sure. I appreciate everybody who comes through. Get your Alphabets Football Show merch. It's starting to get a little bit cold out. We're about to hit the fall. Get your hoodie or two. It helps us out with stuff. Make sure do your picks. Also, make your arrangements. Alphabets Football Show, Rise Up Family Meet and Greet. August the 23rd to the 25th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the 2026 NFL Draft. We're going to try to do a show over there. Me and Mona will probably do a draft show over there. Y'all are welcome to, chop it up with us. We're going to have some barbecue. We're going to relax, hit the pool, all kind of stuff. So I would love to see as many people there as possible. In
April, it's going to be cold, so we better find us an indoor pool somewhere if we're going to hit the pool.
I'm talking about the pool in my hotel.
Oh, okay.
The pool in my hotel. I'm gonna be what? That's April. Yeah, I should be able to swim. And make sure y'all are checking out Coffee Talk Monday through Thursday, 11:30 Eastern Time, where I talk a little bit of football and a little bit of life. Mona pops her head up in there in the comment section a little bit and messes with me, but come up in there.
Most of the time when you're doing that, I'm either just getting back or having to drive somewhere.
I get it. I tell people, I know y'all are going to, dropping kids off at school or heading to work or whatever. Pop your head up on there. If you just kind of just pop in there for 5 minutes and say a comment or something, you're drinking coffee or something like that. I'd love to see y'all up in there. Post a picture up in the group of you drinking coffee while you're watching. I appreciate that. Okay, we'll be back. We'll be back next week, man. Appreciate everybody. Enjoy the games this week. Mona, real quick, not football related, but while I have you here, Canelo Crawford tomorrow night. Who you got?
Canelo.
You taking Canelo?
I'm taking him for one last time. I think this will be his last fight.
Okay, and I'm rolling with Crawford. I'm rolling with Crawford. If Crawford can stay away and not get caught, he can outbox Canelo.
That's just it. He can't.
And you might be right. But if
listen, when Canelo gets mad, that's when Canelo's going to beat him.
Okay. If Canelo catches him and hits him with something clean, I don't know if he can withstand that. But if he can stay away and just box, I think Crawford's a much superior.
Nobody has ever really been able to stay away from Canelo. You're going to.
Amir Khan did. Amir Khan did for most of the fight. Then he got caught. And I thought that Triple G beat him the first fight. I thought he got robbed in that fight. So we'll see what happens. Everybody have a great night. We appreciate you, man. We'll be back next week. Okay. See you.
Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
It's a very personal, very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
Yeah. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy. I've been on the come up, counting money till my thumbs hurt. No Birdman, bitch, but I'm a stunner. Just watch how you run up. I keep a couple gunners. I've been grinding all winter just to flex all over summer shit. Wrist cold when I fall through. Rose go to my arm, boo. In and out of my city, but come whenever I call you. Who gon' love me more than when I'm stacking out on tour? Them hoes that made it past security, they knocking on my door. You gon' be there when they gone. Show my love by getting more. Hustle so you ain't alone. You won't leave me, that's for sure. I'm talking Benjis, Franklin's, all these hundos on my floor. I just broke a couple bands, believe me, I've been going hard. I'm tipping bottle after bottle, swerving model after model. Who won't cash? That's the motto. Spend it like I hit the lotto. Yeah, I'm loving my life. I know that I ain't shit without you. Actions speak louder than words. They broke cause they just talk about you, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illin'. Money bag after money bag, I'm the man now. Play the cards that I was dealt and I ain't need no handouts. Fresh on every set, give respect, mama out of debt. Got a new connect, we the best, homie run the check. Wifey got a new bag, new house, you mad? We just doing us, feeling wavy, fuck a do-rag. This that no stress flow, bobbing on my ex. You don't love cash, kiss my ass, baby XO. Thank you for that line, Mr. West, but I'm next though. Hey, you meet a set, bitch, I'm blessed, sippin' XO. For the love of money, I stay fucking hungry. I parted ways with the kitchen, that just wasn't for me. Every show they love me, now I'm showing love back. They ain't taking nothing from me, so I throw a couple stacks. You when I'm in your town, have some fun, blow a bag. Fuck with me when I'm around, trust me, shorty, I'll be back, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up.